"We would make the same decision again." That's a quote from the Cincinnati Zoo director after the killing of one of its gorillas. Outrage continues to grow after zoo officials shot the rare lowland gorilla named Harambe after a 4-year-old boy spent several terrifying minutes in the gorilla's exhibit. Director Thane Maynard acknowledges there are also critics of the zoo's decision Saturday to kill Harambe. He says the gorilla wasn't attacking the child, but was in an agitated situation and was extremely strong.
This is a very emotional time at the Cincinnati Zoo. It's unprecedented. We have never had to kill a dangerous animal in the middle of an emergency situation. The zoo's been here 143 years, so that's saying a lot. It is a big loss to the Cincinnati Zoo. Harambe was one of our most magnificent animals. He's a critically endangered species. We're one of the key players in gorilla captive breeding and conservation. And so it's a big loss. We are very glad that the little boy is okay. That is one happy thing in a dangerous and bad story. We did not take the shooting of Harambe lightly, but that child's life was in danger. And people who question that, or are Monday morning quarterbacks or second guessers, don't understand that you can't take a risk with a silverback gorilla. They're very big, 3 times bigger than a man, 6 times stronger than that. This is a dangerous animal. In the real world, you make difficult calls, but you have to make them, and the safety of that child was paramount. I'm proud of our team that handled it, and I'm proud of our team that's handled everything since.
Is the zoo negligent at all? How were there not more structural safeguards in place to keep the child from even being able to get in there in the first place?
The exhibit is safe. We're inspected both by the USDA and the AZA, which is the Association of Zoos and Aquariums, by the AZA every 5 years with accreditation, by the USDA twice a year. The barriers are safe. The barriers exceed any required protocols. The trouble with barriers is that whatever the barrier is, some people can get past it. Much the same way you might lock your car and sometimes people get in your car. And no, the zoo's not negligent.
Protests and a vigil were held early Monday morning. Zoo visitors are leaving flowers at the gorilla exhibit and asking how they can support gorilla conservation. The child's family says the boy is now home and doing just fine. Jack Hanna, Director Emeritus of the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium, reacted to the video earlier.
What you see here, you hear the screaming going on here right now. You hear the screaming going on. Watch that gorilla's response, by the way. He doesn't know what's going on. This is a silverback, by the way, not a female. He hears the response. You can see from the face and the mouth, he's alarmed. Yes, he goes over and looks at the little child there. There's no doubt about that. What happens when you tranquilize the animal? Whether it's a gorilla, whatever animal it might be. As I do research in the wild with gorillas, I've seen what happens. So I know what happens. When that dart hits the animal, this animal, you can imagine, the animal, it's like a shot, but he jumps like this. So what would happen if he had a hold of that little boy? I've seen a silverback gorilla take a green coconut, which you can't even bust up with a hatchet, and go like this. Beyond the strength of anything you would ever know. So what choice was to be? You have human life and animal life. So what choice was made?
So Jack, you believe the zoo made the right decision. Obviously, the Cincinnati Zoo has said a child's life was in danger and a quick decision had to be made. It sounds like you agree with them.
I agree 1,000%. Because why? I've worked with the gorillas and seen them for over 35 years. I have a home next to them in Rwanda, the mountain gorilla. These are lowland gorillas in the Congo, which I just filmed in Gabon in Africa. So when I've seen all this on my entire life of 35 years, both the zoological situation and the ones in the wild, what's happening in the wild right now is sometimes tragic. I've seen gorillas with snares on them, their hands rotting off. We try and provide millions to protect the gorillas. The point is, this animal, they made the correct decision. As a matter of fact, it's a millisecond decision. They cannot tranquilize it. It takes 5 to 10 minutes. All of us are sorry. We're all in the zoo world heartfelt for this whole thing. But thank goodness a human being is alive today because of the decision the Cincinnati Zoo made. So you have human life and animal life. What happened, how the child got in there is not my business. But we just can't build 15-foot walls around everything we have in the zoological park. If you take our safety, by the way, and you measure it against other recreational things in this country, we'd be at the very top of safety. When you take the amount of either tragedy we've had or injuries, we're at the very top of that not happening with the billions of visitors.
Jack, I mean, there are some people who are being very critical of the family at this point. There's even a petition online attacking the family. I mean, do you think there is more that needs to be done to essentially keep people out of these kind of enclosures?
Well, we can only do so much. I mean, what keeps somebody from going across the fence on the interstate? What keeps somebody from I've seen children do all kinds of things in shopping centers. I mean, what do we do? Where do we make this thing end? We do our safety of our visitor, of our animals, and our employees comes first. We do this practice hours and hours every week. Every zoo in this country, the American Zoo and Aquarium Association, we all work every week and practice hours on safety. And we try the best we can. I don't know the situation in Cincinnati. I'm not going to tell you right now that nothing will happen to any zoo in the world, in our country. We have a beautiful thing. We educate billions of people, and we do it in a safe way that we ever can, but we can't protect everything all the time.